How is it going, everyone? It's Kalumity here, and today I'm going to be talking about a game that I'm not really sure I want to talk about, but I'm going to do it anyway. That game is Super Monkey Ball Banana Mania. This game is 50% good and 50% bad. And I'm honestly, I can't decide which outweighs the other. Does the good outweigh the bad, or does the bad outweigh the good? It's really hard to tell when it comes to this game. I'm going to go ahead and just talk about the bad and get out of the way first. That way I can go ahead and talk about some good things. The bad is the story mode. The entire story mode. The way that is set up, the level design, is so bad. It is just bad. There are random difficulty spikes that make no sense. There's no build up to the difficulty spikes. There's just random difficulty spikes in random areas. It doesn't make any sense for how it goes. It doesn't really feel like real progression. It kind of feels like they took all the levels and just pressed shuffle and shuffled all the levels at once. There are some areas, I guess I could say chapters. There's 10 chapters of the story. There's some chapters that are way more difficult than others. And some of those are the ones that are in the middle, not even the ones that are towards the end of the game. There are difficult ones at the end of the game, don't get me wrong. A lot of difficult ones in general. There's just a lot of difficulty in this game. And that's not a bad thing. Difficulty isn't a bad thing if it's designed well. Unfortunately, for Super Monkey Ball, it's not really designed well. I noticed that a lot of these stages that you play on, I feel like a lot of them are just kind of random luck. You have to hope you get lucky to be able to complete a stage, and that's not a good thing. There's one in particular that definitely felt like the case, and that was launchers. It's a map where you tried to launch the monkey ball straight up into the air, and there's the spinning goalpost going around it, and you have to hope to hit that, and it just seemed like you basically had to have dumb luck to get that. And I looked online to see if anyone else was thinking this, and yeah, there's other people who are having the same problem. In fact, there were people complaining about that level, specifically saying that they rage quit on that level, that they stopped playing on that level, and I can understand why, because it wasn't difficult, it was just an annoyance. It was just more of, oh, let's see if I can get lucky by doing this over and over again until it happens. And there were a lot of levels like that. There's a lot of levels where it's just like, I hope I get lucky so I can finish it. And I think that they knew that the levels were poorly designed, because they even implemented a feature to skip levels, to press mark level as completed. And you do this by basically spending in-game currency that you earn through the campaign or through the arcade mode, and by completing these little missions. And when you do that, you get enough in-game currency, and you can spend 2,000 coins, and it will let you mark a level as completed, and you can go past it, and it will count as completed. It will even count towards achievements. So if you have a marked level as completed, even though you haven't beaten it and you just paid in-game currency to do it, if you just pay the in-game currency, and then you do that for I don't know how many levels, but if you do it and then you complete the final level of that chapter, it's going to give you the achievement for it. It's going to count it as a completion of the chapter. So I think that they even knew going into this that there's a lot of levels that are just difficult, or some levels that, again, I think a lot of the levels really I think a lot of it comes down to dumb luck. And they really did just make it so you can skip the levels because of that. That's honestly what I think they did. It's really crazy. I've never seen a game that actually has this skip level feature where you actually pay in-game currency to skip a level. That's such a weird thing. And unfortunately for this game, it's necessary. And it shouldn't be necessary. If they just designed the levels to be fun, that wouldn't be a problem. And that's also the problem, when I think of Super Monkey Ball, I want to go fast. I want to go through these levels and stages quickly. I want to go to the next one as quick as I can. I want to basically be flying through these things, and I want there to just be constant movement on these levels. But a lot of them feel like they're supposed to be more strategic, instead of just being fast-paced and fun. Like, you have to go slow on some of them to get the right angles and stuff, and to get to the right positions, and it's just like, this isn't what I thought this would be. I used to play Super Monkey Ball on GameCube. But I'll be honest, I don't really have much memory of it other than just I had a lot of fun doing it and playing that game with one of my friends growing up. But that's really all I remember from it. So I don't have any nostalgia really to block my view of this game. I can judge it on its own merits. And in terms of its story mode, its own merits aren't very good. Another thing. Let's get past the bad stuff. That's the bad right there. The good. The good thing is, the one good thing about story mode is that you can actually play as a bunch of different characters, including Sonic the Hedgehog. And if you pick Sonic the Hedgehog, it will actually change the bananas on the levels to the Sonic rings, which I thought was a neat idea. I think that's a cool concept, and it does make it just, I guess, a little bit cool. It's just cooler that they added that feature, especially since I'm a Sonic fan. You know, I enjoy playing as Sonic more than I do as AI or however you say his name, or how do you say his name? What's his name? It's AI, isn't it? IAIA? Something like that. I don't know. The stupid monkey. I'd rather play as Sonic than the stupid monkey. So yeah, that's cool that you can do that. There's some costumes that are neat. There's a knight's costume that you can get, which I thought was cool. There's some robot ones and stuff like that, and that's neat. The one problem is that you can't use these costumes or these extra characters in arcade mode. You can only use the starting characters in arcade mode. Again, just a weird decision. I don't understand why they did that, but that's just how it's set up. However, the arcade mode is the other half of this game that I want to talk about, because that's the part that's good. The arcade mode is a lot of fun. I love the racing. You can do these Grand Prix that are in the arcade mode, and it's a lot of fun. I like the baseball mode. The baseball mode's fun. It has its own little spin on baseball, and it's pretty good. You know, you hit home runs by hitting them on these ramps that pop up in random places, and that's kind of fun. I kind of like that. There's soccer. The soccer was okay. It wasn't anything crazy. There's mini golf. Mini golf was a lot of fun. I really like that one as well. There's regular golf, but I didn't get to try that one out because I was playing the mini golf one. I like mini golf more than regular golf. So there's a lot of different stuff there. You know, there's even a dogfighting mode where you get to fly around as the characters and just shoot at the other characters and basically dogfight. It's pretty cool. It's a neat idea. And again, these arcade modes are super fun. I wish that the main story was as much fun as these arcade mode, as this arcade mode in these arcade games. I kind of wish that they would just replace the campaign completely with the arcade mode and just have arcade style missions in place of the campaign, because I think that would have been a lot more fun. I mean, there's all sorts of stuff. There's bowling, there's tennis. I'm not very good at tennis, but it's all right. There's even boat racing. There's a ton of arcade games, and I like those way more than I do the story. This game, I paid $15 for. I'll be honest. Even at $15, I kind of feel like I got shorted my money. I kind of feel a little bit cheated, because this game just isn't that good. The party mode is the best part about this game, but how often am I going to put this in to do the Grand Prix mode when there's other games, other racing games that are way better? It's just probably not going to happen that often. I think the game is fun. I think if you are looking for something to just have as a party game to play with friends, yeah, check it out. But if you're looking for something to play solo and you're looking for something with longevity, this isn't it. Look for something else. I honestly don't recommend picking this game up until you get it for around like $5. I think at $5 it's probably worth it. But like I said, at $15, I feel kind of ripped off. That's just me being honest. And, this game doesn't even look that good. And that's really a shame, because this is supposed to be like the anniversary game for Monkey Ball, and it just doesn't look very good. Graphically, it's not impressive. The backgrounds and stuff look really cheap. It just doesn't look very good, and I feel like they kind of just, honestly, just kind of half-assed it on this one. And that's a shame. I really wish that they would have put more effort into the level design. I wish they would have put more effort into the graphics, the stage design, the actual images that they used for the campaign, like the backgrounds and stuff. I wish they just would have put more time and effort into it. Even just the actual stage themes, I feel like, are lazy. I feel like they could have done so much more, and I feel like they kind of took a lazy way out, and I really don't like the way this game turned out. And I hate to be so negative about a game, but I gotta be honest with you. This game, it's not my cup of tea. I think that if you are looking for, just like I said, party games, maybe check it out. but that would be the only reason to get this game, would be for the party games. And like I said, unless you can get it for $5, I personally wouldn't do it. But that's going to be it for this video. I hope that you enjoyed. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe button. I'll talk to you in the next video. Hopefully the next video will be about a game that is way better than this one. I think it will be. I'm looking forward to it. And I already have... I think I already know what it's going to be about, so I'm looking forward to making that video.